Well, hello and welcome back to Gmodism. This is your host Eric, and we are going to do some more Gimle Battles Losers bracket. That is the valiant combatants fighting against the Gimle and losing will have a chance to fight again. But this time each other. And the best one of them will be transported to the winners against the Gimle. That is, those who were able to defeat the Gimle within 15 minutes and abide by the rules, basically. Now this time we will put the Arc 2 by Mr. Panda, aka Commodore Owen, in the army of Gimodism. So this is a submission that was sent in by our highest ranking army of Gimodism officer at this time of recording. So, with that said, huge thanks to Mr. Panda and the other commissioned officers in the army of Gimodism. That is Captain Sebastian Dode and Shiro, Lieutenants Anto Cravey, Flores Dragon, Joseph, Arbagreed, Vincent, Rick, and Scuba Rocks. Let's get this battle going, because we will fight Nevada by Harbor. The Nevada is a beautifully looking design. I did like the look of this so much that I kind of hoped it would have won, because I wanted to see more of this. So hopefully it will be a good performance. But may the best fighting ship win, indeed. Mr. Panda's Arc 2 is a very powerful, fast design. For a ship this big, it is. It feels like it has a remarkable speed. Like, this is a hydrofoil with some serious azipods going on there. Man, it almost flies on the water surface. However, we seem to have some serious fires started by the laser here. We got some thick alloy going on here. And those are meeting to the Nevada here. So it's still fairly even. We'll see how it develops, if any one of them will get a upper hand or not. We shall see. We shall see indeed. 90% versus 91. It is pretty even. To me, it looks like Nevada is losing some firepower here. Mr. Panda's Arc 2. It seems to be in pretty good condition, to be honest. Ooh, I recognize some of these engines. And if you don't, well, if you're a commissioned officer, there is some templates, some Army of Gimodism templates that you may indeed, that you can download and use. Yeah, which is pretty handy. So if you join as a cadet as well, you can of course get the files, which I'm working on updating right now. Actually, I did work on that some today. Oh, and the Nevada has these beautiful like pools. That's like so nice. We have like chill out pools. That's beautiful. And very aesthetical turrets here with a lot of deco. Oh yes, looking pretty splendid, I must say. But based on performance and stats, It does look a little bit... It does look a little bit like we won't be seeing the Nevada anymore, unfortunately. So that is a little bit unfortunate. It's quite a looker. Oh, so we have like stacked propellers. That's cool. And that makes this effect. I see. So we don't need to have like a hole or anything underneath it. That's very smart. That is very smart. Well, the beautiful Nevada is not having the best of days right now. So I thought we could take a little last look on the interiors before it will go down to the bottom of the sea, not to be seen in the Gimle battles again. Oh, and we have a little, like, glass shield on top of it as well. Huh. That's like a lot of layers. Well, the Nevada started real strong, but Orc 2 eventually turned it around. Now, I'm not really sure if I remember completely, but if I recall correctly, I think I was pretty surprised that the Gimle defeated the Orc 2, because it looked like a really min-maxed strong design. Just like the Gimle, it is a one-sider. You can see we basically have no armor here, and we have all the armor on the other side. So it's set up in a pretty strong and decent way here. You can see we got some fragmentation rounds here. We got some shield disruptor rounds as well. And of course the laser does some too, but fragmentation is really dangerous in general. Now, most people like to have frag that's a little bit more narrow because it deals more damage. You get like decreased damage when you basically angle the frag too much. Well, in any case, we got the Nevada here, or I mean over there, down to 67%, and the Orc 2 is at 86. And if you remember, of course, if we have the defeat on the first battle, it decides it during these losers brackets here. Usually it wouldn't be, usually it's a best of 3, and that's how it's gonna be for the like proper tournament. But as for this, we are going to decide it with just one battle, because yeah, that's how we set it up. It's single elimination, pretty hardcore, so the wins and loses can be pretty luck based as well. But it was an afterthought to include all the losers against Gimle in any type of tournament setting. But I wanted to see them again there, so it was the best thing I could come up with. Single elimination, but they can participate again in a case. Well, it's pretty clear which will win, of course, but next up we will have the Haragnor by Danny versus the Resolute by Omicron. So we're just gonna see that this indeed continues the direction we assume it does, and that the Nevada doesn't get a crazy lucky strike and somehow kills the Orc 2. Very unlikely, but it can happen. We have seen that before as well, so, you know. Damn, this is like a lot of armor. I would actually think that this is one of the reasons that the Orc 2 isn't as strong as it could have been. I think it may spend too much in armor. Now, I don't remember the exact values. Of course, it's skewed now and it's 40%. I think that's pretty close to what Gimle spends as well, so And we use a lot of wood here, so it should technically be pretty decent. But I guess it's over the water surface, and it's like a pretty fat girl here. You can see it's like round and very voluminous inside like this. And that's the Gimle does that too. She's also a real big girl. But the Gimle is a lot under the water surface, and that's like the entire difference. This laser that digs at the Arc 2 here will really ignite anything that can burn. But as for the Gimle, she may be fat but underwater, which basically means that the laser and fire and stuff like that can't harm her as much as the Arc 2 can be hurt. But in any case, does not matter in this case because the Nevada by harbor is no more. Beautiful artwork, but alas, not stronger than the Arc 2. So congratulations, our Commodore, Mr. Panda, to the victory of this little subsection. Next battle. Seems I forgot this thing was an airship. Alright, so there we are. This is the Haragnor. Haragnor by Danny, which will be facing the UCS Resolute by Omicron. So it will be very interesting to see which one will be the stronger battleship. Oh yes, indeed. We got the Haragnor popping in there, really firing those shells here. These are some scary shells, right? That's like, looks a little bit... No, that's like shield disruptor. Not the most scary shell. Well, I did really enjoy the UCS Resolute's like design theory or strategy or like idea with having this very vertical side-to-side type of design that really can move the guns from side to side using this basically like slits, but instead of having them like turrets usually are, they are like vertical like this. That's very fun. And of course, the UCS Resolute, she uses a sandblasting strategy almost. I think it does. I think most of the guns are sandblasters, right? If I recall correctly, heavy heads. We got some fins there. Probably should have skipped the fins. It's better to have tracers for accuracy. But it's looking pretty strong here. The Resolute is behind. It is. But the Haragnor is pretty weak against getting hit or rubbed the wrong way, so to say. And the Sandblaster is probably exactly what I would use to combat something like that. I'm actually building a Battleship, or I've started on it long ago, and I've been building on it to and fro. That indeed is based on Sandblaster strategy because it is such a powerful. You've probably seen the water-based frontsider by Shipmaster Kent in our Gimle battles. It's an unofficial battle because she has some tactics on there on the water-based frontsider that disqualifies her to Gimle tourney. I think it was water pumps, but I'm not very sure. It was some time ago. Well, personally, I think that Omicron, our AOG Matrus there, will win this thing. I don't remember if Danny is in the army. I remember Omicron is enlisted as a Matrus because Omicron has posted a lot of comments and stuff in the Discord, of course. If you want to join the army of Gmodism, you can self-assign the enlisting rank from the bottom, of course, because that's how it works in our Discord, and you are in the army of Gimle, which means you will be notified when we have some challenges that are only for the army of Gimle members. So do join the army of Gimle. And if you also want to support the channel and be in the army of Gimle, you can go to our Patreon page, and then you can join there, and well, then you will automatically be in all the roles you need in our Discord, as long as your Patreon Discord is. Oh, and if you're watching this before anyone else, you're in the Ecclesiarchy, and you're also supporting the channel a lot at that, if that is the case. And if you want to see this video when it was posted and not when it was scheduled, well, then you can join the Ecclesiarchy from... I set the price to the absolute lowest that YouTube would allow, because their percentage cut is the same whatever the cost is. So yeah, if you want to support the channel with more every month, of course I'll be very thankful. But if you just want to have early access, well, I made it as cheap as I could for you to get that feature. Basically, from the lowest tier in the Ecclesiarchy, you basically get most rewards. Yeah. In any case, enough about that, but big thanks to all of you in Ecclesiarchy. You're really helping the channel. So, as I suspected, the Resolute has dug through the Haragnor's systems to the point that most engines are away, and perhaps even an AI. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm almost suspecting an AI kill here, because it suddenly stopped moving there. Well, GG, Danny, but the Haragnor will be seen no more. Big congratulations to UCS Resolute by Matros Omicron. It may have lost against the Gimle, but it did win this. So we shall be moving on to the next battle. Oh, and if I didn't make that clear, you may recognize exactly half of the ships from a previous video, and that is because to make the brackets like I don't know, work in a fair way, all these battles here, one of the participants have won a previous battle, and one of them are completely fresh and new. So yeah, the Resolute had already won the previous battle, and the Nevera had won its previous battle. So yeah, that's how it can be with dependent on how even the numbers of participants can be. In any case, here we have the Haggle Slag, which is very nice looking, which will be facing off with the Singularity version 2 by Squick, and the Singularity version 2 has won its previous battle, so I bet it should be quite scary for our Haggle Slag by Sanglune. The Haggle Slag is submitted by Sanglune, and the Singularity is by Squick. all these colors, it's like confetti. Got the blue is a fragmentation. Is that like a heavy head? So it's like an AP frag with some MP or something? And we got like ooh, is this just... That's hash. It's hash, right? That's a heavy head, right? That's a hollow point squash head, right? I think so. This is like... This is like a heavy head. Well, we got a mix, that's what I'm trying to say. It's pretty even so far, but it's looking a little bit dark for Sanglune. I mean, those shells are just absolutely missing. Singularity version 2 goes up and down to... Oh my lord. Oh damn, it didn't die. But that's a lot of shields being dead. Oh wow, the shots that did hit, man. It dealt some damage, and we are constantly applying, oh no, some packs there. Oh bam, Singularity version 2 is no more. Damn, that was quick. Ladies and gentlemen, Singularity version 2 totally defeated by Haggle Slag. Haggle Slag, she's the winner. So, congratulations to Sangaluna. We won't be seeing any more of the Singularity version 2 by Squeak, but please, next challenge, you can submit something, Squeak. Of course, we look forward to that, but Singularity V2 will be deleted from my folder. In any case, next battle, and congratulations to Sangaluna. And for this battle, we have the TSA Kovrax ExerFire. ExerFire, she is a very scary ship. I will just say, poor smart dolphin. The ExerFire is a scary foe. Now, this is the CNF Peach class battleship, if that wasn't very obvious. It looks really funny and nice, and Smart Dolphin is a member of the Ecclesiarchy as well. And the ship is totally manned by friendly felines. Isn't this fantastic? It's very fantastic. It's very fantastic. That's something. We'll have to man a ship with. We'll have to man a ship with our like mascot cutout version. And this has a little art gallery as well. So I just thought that we would absolutely have to check it out a little bit quickly, because it is such a fun little design with all these cute cartoons in it. So yeah, it has an art gallery, obviously. Any formidable ship like this should have an art gallery. Well, yeah, I just wanted to check it out a little bit quickly there. And we have like a porty hole and everything. We got some cool interiors. Now we have a lot of interior lightings, so they should actually be turned off, but it looks like I didn't save that version. Well, whatever. Hopefully my new PC will be able to handle this reasonably lag-free anyways, but we shall indeed see. The CNF Peach is not joking around either. We got some serious frag popping in here. So, while I will assume that the ExerFire is going to win. Oh. Right. Right. Okay. Okay. And this is... Alright, alright. Huh. There sure is a lot of fires on the surface here. Yeah, frag is a good thing to counter a hollow type wood design like this. But what's even better is of course incendiary. Unless they have updated the incendiary look. Oh, bam! This is pretty brutal. We're having fires and frag all over the place. The Kovrax CBX ExerFire, she's absolutely getting chewed up in seconds. This is one of the most quick potential wins I've seen in a long while. And this is like fuses. It's like not incendiary unless they updated the texture or something. I don't see where all that incendiary is coming from. I just don't. What's applying it? Is it maybe, I don't know, do we have cram shells applying it? Do we have some secret laser that has like a very invisible... Oh no, that's Kovrak's distraction laser. Oh well, we will be seeing the smart dolphin some more. No, oh yes, of course, we will be seeing both Kovrak's and the smart dolphin. I put like the names of the ship and the participant in different order dependent on when I accepted the submission. I don't know, it wasn't smart, so I mix it up sometime. Anyways, we will be seeing more of the Peach class battleship, that's for sure. Kovrak's ExerFire, very strong design. It really is, but no. It cannot stand up against fire and frags. That is Hollywood type design's worst enemy. Well, very interesting nonetheless to see all of that. Now, the game is going into some slow motion modes, so I'm a little bit curious to see. It's like a tiny frag shell. Alright. We really went all in on frag here. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out wherever the incendiary comes from. But maybe they just updated the texture and I'm after. Well, big congratulations to Smart Dolphin of the Ecclesiarchy. The CNF Peach class is very superior to the ExerFire, which is a really strong ship, by the way. I think the ExerFire is on Steam Workshop, so if you want to have a go against it and see how strong it really is, you can get it there, so that's nice. Well, what can we say? 1 minute and 40 seconds. Those two last battles, they were quick and brutal. That we can say. Damn. Well, in any case, I hope you did enjoy this little video, and if you did, you should totally leave a like, because that helps a lot. And of course, if you want to support the channel, you can now join both the government of Gmodism, the army of Gmodism's commissioned officers, and as a member of the Ecclesiarchy. Aside some other options as well, but that's our fun stuff. In any case, I hope you enjoy this. I'll see you next time. This is your host, Eric of Gimodism, and I am indeed signing out right now. We're getting back to content. Yeah, just everything is fine now. It's fine, okay? So we're going to get back making content. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Anyways, Gimodism, Eric, signing out.